You're listening to A Wee Moan podcast with Nads and Joan.
Welcome back to A Wee Moan podcast with Nads and Joan, your guide to all things celebrity news, pop culture, and gossip. Hello, Nadia Dusselbeck.
How are you?
I
feel like we're doing all right. Oh, hang on, we're not tech savvy here. I've got my bloody
just
phone
went
on.
wrong. Right.
No, but we've done a lot of tests. We're coming back strong, and we feel like we've worked out our tech issues. So I'm really excited to have we should make this a new season of this Wee Moan podcast business, because I just don't want any more tech issues, sound issues.
No, it all seems to be that Rosebud does not have good internet and Ballarat's internet is better. That's pretty much what it comes down to, doesn't it?
Well, it doesn't help that half that Melbourne are here right now.
Yeah.
During the school holidays, absolutely tanking out the internet, but that's okay. We're back with vengeance. We can
also, we are, but then also it's just like, as I've said before, you know, I could be in the back streets of India somewhere with fabulous internet connection.
Yeah.
But, you know, you're in Melbourne. Like you say, there's a lot of people there. There aren't that many people there. There's billions of people in China and India, and their internet works.
Yeah, but maybe every single child here is on their device, just streaming and, you know, sucking the internet life forces. I don't know. Maybe Indian children are all playing in the streets and having fun like we all did back in the day. No?
Playing cricket. No, it's not true. No, I mean, TikTok's massive in China, right? That's where it came from. Or are they not allowed to use it?
Okay.
Anyway.
It's communist. Yeah, internet. No. Sorry about that. That's another tech issue I've got to sort out. Romy and Daisy just contributing. Big show today, Joni Mall. I'll take us through a little bit of a summary, and then you can just take it away. I feel like on our first couple of subjects, we're going to be talking about Pam the Bird, which I didn't really know much about, but Joan's going to fill us in on the legal issues surrounding this artiste ?
Artiste vandal. There's the question.
Yeah. Then we're going to be talking about Holly Valance. If anyone can remember her, she was really big in the early noughties.
Everybody loves good neighbours with a little understanding. Neighbours.
That's right. Our local neighbourhood sweetheart who has made a few changes in her political life. Well, we'll talk about that, and then we'll just go straight in. We've got a beautiful we want to talk about Take That, which was just a couple of recommendations that we've been seeing on the streaming platforms that we'd like to talk about. But take it away, Joan.
Okay, so we're starting today with Holly Valance, who everyone would remember from Neighbours. She first appeared on Neighbours.
She's a bit of a hottie.
Wasn't
hot. She?
Yeah, I mean, I was just the heartbeat. Yeah, get your heartbeat going. Yeah. I thought she looked like, I was just like, she's just gorgeous. You know, long hair, pretty face, great body, blah, blah, blah. She was flick on
That's
Neighbours.
Right.
I can't remember who her love interest was. I'm sure she had like some main love interest. I really can't remember who that was.
Yeah.
Maybe you can do some research as I'm talking. I feel like it might have been some big
blonde.
Wasn't
it Tadpole?
I think she did end up with Tad. She might have ended up with Tadpole. Taddy.
You just
yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Anyway, so anyway. As a lot of Neighbours stars do, they get sent to England, aka Natalie Imbruglia, who then came out with, you know, Torn, written by Prince. Still one of my favourite songs. Can't put Holly Valance in the same category as that because she went to England and she made the song Kiss Kiss, which was pretty much just her rolling around on the floor naked, talking about kissing people. Okay. It wasn't very good, but it did catch the eyes of her husband-to-be, Nick Candy, who is a multi-billionaire property developer and became her husband. They had 2 children together. She then was in the stratosphere of like she was a billionaire. So, she's probably jet setting around and private jets, all that kind of stuff. Then her husband is involved in far right political parties in Britain. He's currently they've just separated, but for the last 12, 15 years they've been involved with Nigel Farage, who's pretty much Nigel Farage is like he ran Brexit, like he started the Brexit campaign. He was responsible. So
he led the charge on that.
He led the charge on that, and then he flew the coop when it all went to crap and vanished. Now he's now got his own political party called run by Nigel Farage, and Holly Valance's ex-husband Nick Candy is the treasurer of Reform UK. So that's the party. Anyway, back to Holly. Holly has come under fire. She makes multiple revolting comments about people being too woke, and she's a whole host of different things she says that are just revolting. But to top all, she has now linked forces with none other, drumroll, thanks Nadia, none other than Pauline Hanson. And
Pauline Hanson.
Yeah, she's made a video with Pauline for Pauline Hanson's release.
What a combination!
Video.
What an unexpected, combination. Like we kind of grew up together. Holly Valance, just to give everyone a bit of background, we're her age. She's like we're her peer, sort of mid 40s, and it's quite surprising that someone. Yeah, I mean, she's obviously been brainwashed in the UK.
Well, she says one of her favorite statements is that everyone grows up left wing until you get older and have to manage your money, and then you realize that in order to have money, that you should be able to keep it and you should be able to use it or whatever, And it's like, well, excuse me, your husband, your Nick Candy is a billionaire. How does that make any sense about anything?
Doesn't really, she's not very in touch with like modern day kind of issues when it comes to finances. And
no, I think she might have had a falling out with her sister too. We might be able to look into that further. I think her sister's a bit like, you are a monster, which she is. So anyway, she's made this video with Pauline Hanson, One Nation have made this video. It's a movie, in fact, and it is sort of like a South Park style movie. It follows, I think there's 4 main characters who are all they're all transgender. And that follows them through this like woke world where white people are in chains. They blow up Uluru. It's everyone's saying the welcome to country in the morning. So it's using humor to ridicule the left wing or what they describe as woke. And Holly Valance has then come out with this. So she's led her song. Let's just play Holly's.
Right. Yeah, I need to see this.
Yeah,
I can't even believe it. Actually,
well, prepare to be shocked. Like it's not in good humor. Let's say that. Yeah, she's really let herself.
And did you say this was a short film or a feature-length film?
I think it's a feature-length film, Nadia. Like I think you can actually go to the movies and see it.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
This is Holly's new word.
Take it away, Holly.
You will respect my pronouns. Not all ladies have ovaries, some have a penis. They say that I'm a human and a sheep, cause I gotta be another D. And I don't care what people say, I'll never be a him or a fake. Cause I'm a real biological woman, a real biological woman. Did you know I'm not a new original? It's in my DNA, I'm a real biological woman. My baby has no gender, I hope it's a bender. Don't joke when you woke. Joke. My tail is embedded in my jeans. Got flags in my bio to me.
Right.
Enough of that.
I feel like we've
enough of that.
Really. I mean, what are we looking at? I mean, we're just looking at these very made to look very ugly cartoon characters with their ass cracks showing. The hair, they're unshaven, and they're like these modern day hippies saying that,
that they have no gender, and
it's just woke. I mean, but what, like,
Well, they're
Why
using
is she
humour and
coming
they're
into, like,
really.
I just don't understand.
Why does she care? Why does she care if people don't want to have a gender? What is it to her? You know, it's like, okay, so you won the lottery and you're an absolutely
Exactly.
beautiful stand-up female who is able, you know, like, and you
Mm.
fit the mold. Why do you have to have a go at
Mm.
anyone who doesn't fit that mold? Like, go away. It's
Yeah, and if you don't agree with it, just don't talk about it. Like, if you just, or you don't understand
why
it,
do you
like,
care?
exactly. Why am I, and also, like, it's not funny, is it? I mean, I don't know what I'm looking at here, but
Well,
it's
I think you can
it's
go
not.
on. Yeah, it probably goes on. I don't know how. And look,
How
I don't
many
want to
views has that got?
I don't
By,
know.
by can you scroll down and see the view count on that? Is that a really popular video?
Let me see, Nadia. So 218,000 views. Is that big?
218. That's pretty decent, to be honest. I mean, that's
Right.
a quarter, almost a quarter of a million, isn't it? So, I mean, yeah, there are other people out there with her. Oh, look, it is sad. It's just sad that, like, what is she? Is it relevance that she needs right now? Is she that passionate about the cause that she needs
think
to
she's
make
that
fun
passionate
of
about
other
it.
people having different views?
Yeah, I think she's
She's
really
making fun
is.
of people with different views than her. Like, that's
Yeah,
sad. Sorry.
true.
Like, even if you don't believe what other people feel, don't mock them and make them, like, feel bad about themselves.
Yeah.
Just, you don't understand it. Like, go, like, why now is my point. Like, is she that bored, and has so much time on her hands that she needs to create this irrelevant content? It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing.
It's revolting. So Holly, big thumbs down to Holly, right?
Yeah.
Big. Have we got a
Yeah,
booing
let's
sound?
give her a slide along, please.
Oh, get out.
Get out of here, girlfriend.
Get out of here. Right, let's move on to someone nicer. Okay, so my next person is
She's left the
Pam the
building.
Bird.
She's left the building.
She's out.
I want to hear about
We'll never
Pam the Bird.
Yeah, I don't want to speak about her ever again. All right, add to the stage. I am now.
Yeah.
This is a picture. Can you see that, Nadia? Now, Nadia, as many of our audience do know,
Yes,
is
I
an artist.
can, and I have seen this. I have seen this imagery before.
Well, describe what you're seeing.
I feel like a
Nadia,
lot of
because
Melburnians would have.
describe it in your artistic.
Okay,
way.
so it's a bird, a cartoon-like bird. It has
Mhm.
a very, I would say, juvenile sort of
Mhm.
look about it. So it's naivest with it's just got a little round eye and a dot for an eye, and then it has
Yes.
a very large beak, and it has a little kind of little tail, and it's
Cute.
I mean, is it that? I mean, is it that cute? Like, would you if this thing was a cartoon character and like would Tokyo go mad about it? Would like would all the kids? Would it be the next Hello Kitty? I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I don't
It's not
think
that
so.
cute. It's
I don't think it's that
cute-ish.
good. To be honest. No.
Yeah, sure. Okay, sure.
Well,
So
it's whatever. It's a thing. Yeah.
yeah. So Pam the Bird has been appearing all over Melbourne in many, many different locations. The most, like some of them are, I can't forget the photo. One of them appeared on Flinders Street Station, The Clock. He did one around the clock.
Oh wow.
So
Okay,
the
that's
clock face,
ballsy.
like the clock faces the body, the beak comes out the side, and the tail's out the back of the
defacing our like institutional landmarks. I feel a little bit offended by that. Okay,
You're
well,
offended.
I mean that.
Yeah.
Well, that goes to show like how like good that he thinks he is. That needs to be defacing these like. Well, they're historical architecture, which is art in itself, which I am offended by. Yeah.
Yep, sure. Okay, so the Flinders Street Station, the clock one, he's in trouble for that. He's been charged with 200 offences.
Yep.
He's a 21-year-old bloke.
Okay.
Who has
21. Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, he doesn't look 21 either.
Hasn't formed his what do you call it? The cortex at the front of the brain. He hasn't quite developed that area of the brain yet.
Good point, Nadia.
Good point. Child.
He's a baby. He's a child. Put him in the
he's a
children's
child.
court. Yeah. So Jack Gibson Burrell, 21. 21. He's been charged with, I heard it was over 200 offences. Anyway, somewhere in the realm of 50 to 200. and he's got his pieces all over Melbourne in insane spots. Like
Yeah.
a lot of them, as I drive from Ballarat to Melbourne, they're along the freeway and they're up on, huge silos. Or how do you think he gets
How
there,
does he
Nadia?
get up there? Like, how does he get up
What-
there?
What do you reckon he does?
Well,
what would you do?
he could scale the side if he has some kind of like grip, if he's some kind of like,
Spider-Man. Funny you should say that. He actually came to
what do you
court
call
dressed
those
as
people?
Spider-Man.
Yeah. He did not.
Yeah, there's a video of him and he's like crawling around like Spider-Man out in front of court. No, it's abseiling. So he's got a mate who like comes around with him, and they've got abseiling equipment. And they abseil up these buildings or freeways or signposts, whatever they're doing, and put up their Pam the Bird, and then they flee off into the night, a bit like Spider-Man or Batman, really, which is why he turned up to court as dressed as Spider-Man. So he is, as part of his, they've gone to court. He's in, that was like last week or something. He has been ordered to, wait for it, live with grandma.
What? Really?
Like, yeah, and he can't have
ordered.
any court ordered to live with grandma. And can't have any abseiling equipment with him at the moment. But he's gonna, I mean, it's $700,000 damage or something. He did, but they're annoyed about. Did you know they call this thing? I'm just bringing that to the stage again. It's like on the way to the airport. It's called the cheese stick, and like it's a long yellow block. Do you know that? Yeah, I didn't know it was called the cheese.
Yeah, I
stick.
do know that one. Yeah, it's on the way. You go to the airport, you can see it. Yeah.
So he managed to do that, and then apparently they've covered that back up, but now it just looks a little bit. So it's on a long yellow stick, and they've repainted it, but it's just like a lighter pale yellow.
Yeah, so it looks shit.
So it looks shit. But why didn't they find the right coloured paint? I mean, maybe they should be in trouble for that.
Well, hang on. So what? Only $7,000 worth of damage. That
$700,000.
Right. Sorry, I misheard that. Okay, so then does he have to pay that money back? Like what? So he's not going to jail. He's just going to grandma's. Is that it?
Well, no, it's now going to trial because he's pleaded not guilty. So he's saying, no, it wasn't me. Don't know nothing. And it's going to go to a trial.
Oh God. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, maybe he is. Maybe he has been framed for this. I'm pretty sure. He's not a patsy for someone else. Like I think you wouldn't want to. I mean, how ridiculous. Anyway, all right. Well, give him a fair shot at this trial. Everyone's innocent until proven guilty, as they say. However,
they say. Yeah.
I think this kid is a kid, and
he's 21. You're right. His frontal cortex not formed.
No, and I feel like
Pauline Valance's is. Send her to jail.
Yeah, well, exactly, Joan. Exactly. Good point.
Thank you.
But we're just talking about someone who's got a really inflated ego, like among his peers, probably. And I don't know. I do get offended when he's defacing national treasure, like actual things that make us proud about living in Melbourne. Not necessarily this cheese stick, but like beautiful buildings that were created as artworks itself. Pardon?
Yeah. I mean, how did he get in there to get to the clock? Like, how did he do that? That's fairly. It's amazing.
Well, again, with this abseiling type equipment, probably, and he's probably a good climber. I'll give him that. Got to give him something.
Yeah.
No, I reckon get this guy out of here, mate.
You're not happy.
You're out, mate. You're out of the Wee Moan. That's for sure.
I don't know. I kind of like him. It's quite fun driving along the freeway and being like, there's another Pam the Bird. They're kind of cute.
Yeah.
But I do.
Yeah, so it's
fair
kind
enough.
of like
enough's enough when you go and deface Flinders Street's clock station.
Yeah, no, that's where I draw the line.
Enough's enough.
I draw the line there.
You're
but it's kind of like the app where you can find like those cartoon characters. What's that called again? Pikachu and all that sort of stuff.
Oh yeah.
Oh, the kids all know it. Anyway, it's kind of like the real life version of that for if you're driving around Melbourne. But
Yes.
sure, look, I'll give him that. He's got he's got drive, Joan. He's got drive, and you got to you'll give him that. He's a good climber. But hopefully in a couple of years, once his prefrontal cortex develops, we'll see where his life takes him. See where that happens.
Yeah, let's see what happens there.
Yeah.
Moving on to some other men who didn't have a frontal lobe, because when they formed their band Take That, they were only 16 or 17. And
Wondering where
through
you're
this
going with
documentary that we have both loved,
yeah,
we see boys develop into very emotionally grounded, intelligent humans, don't you think?
Well, actually, like, I don't want to put them into such a great bar. It's actually just what a good, just any man should be, to be honest. Like, I don't want to put them on some kind of bizarre pedestal where no men. That's actually what a man should be able to achieve in his lifetime. Make lots of mistakes when he's younger, given grace and a bit of thought,
reflection
about what he's done. Reflection, thank you, and goes off and has a bit of a comeback tour,
and then able to come back and talk to friends and be like, you know what, I was a douche, but I love you.
It was a full redemption tour, Joan, and it actually, it's giving it gave me faith. I don't know what it is, but I'm getting tingles right now. Not in those areas, but just I'm getting goosebumps on my legs. But I really loved this documentary because it took you on a journey. The first couple of episodes, I thought, oh, that's the end of that. They're all depressed and they've had their Take That career. I didn't realize there was this redemption arch coming, and they all make good on their wrongs, and they all have this amazing transformation at the end and become really successful together. It was just, it was really satisfying to watch. I can't.
Let's listen to. Here's a little grab from the Take That 3-part series that is on Netflix, and we both highly recommend. Here we have it.
It's Gaz and Howard. Say hello.
Right, okay, you're about to witness something that you probably never witnessed before.
I'd actually like to introduce yourself to the nation.
I'm Robbie. I'm Gary. I'm Matt. I'm Owen. I'm Jason. And we are Take That.
Take That was about 5 people. We bounded into being pop stars in the 90s.
It really was looking. They're the best band that ever lived.
And I didn't expect any of it. It's mega.
Young guys.
Yeah, definitely round of applause. Thanks, Nadia. So,
I don't know if I came in there too early, but there you go.
No.
The applause.
So anyway, we hear about Take That, who were massive in the early 90s. The members of the band were Gary Barlow, Howard Donald, Mark Owen, Jason Orange, Robbie Williams. We all know Robbie Williams. You probably are familiar with Mark Owen too, the little cute one, really lovely little bloke. And Gary Barlow, who I didn't realize. So as the documentary reveals, it seems that Gary Barlow was just obsessed with music from the get-go, and writing songs and playing instruments in his basement 24/7 and sending off demos to anyone. Yeah, anyone that would listen. And a manager does listen and goes, you know what, you'd be a great boy band. I want you in a boy band. He then gets a hold of Gary Barlow and hires the rest of the 4 members. But I suppose what was never made clear really was that the band was formed around Gary. And then eventually that creates a bit of a competition and rivalry, particularly between Robbie Williams and Gary. Which is when the band falls, when the band then falls out, because Gary is so involved in his own job as the songwriter for Take That. And he had done that, and he won many awards for a lot of his songs. He is unable to listen or see Robbie or any of the other members as creative parts of his band, right?
His ego wouldn't allow it, Joan.
Which he says himself. Yes, exactly.
Later, yeah.
Later on, that's right. So he comes
across like a bit of a twat as well at the beginning. He really does, and to be
arrogant.
fair, Robbie does as well. Both of them Yeah, and the other members, they were really like, one of them was actually come on as the dancer, quotation marks, and he they were just sort of telling him not to sing and not to. So they really kind of like had, you know, all of these. You're the creator, you're the good looking one, you're the funny one, you're the dancer, and
Spice
it
Girls.
was not. Yeah, but in their heart of hearts, they were creatives, and they weren't allowed to explore that. And which we later see that they do get to explore all of those aspects of themselves. And what was really cool was the Gary Barlow actually said that he didn't have a very good time of it at the very beginning, because there was so much pressure on him to be creative and come up with the songs and come up with the hits. And then with him being able to let that go and allow the others to come in and help him, he was able to enjoy the experience so much more as fulfilling, like as an experience. How beautiful was that? You know, it's such a good learning kind of thing.
Yes. And I'm glad that I mean, like, so
10 out of 10 recommend.
Yeah, so the band sort of ends after Robbie Williams goes to Glastonbury and gets a bit wild, and then he's just like, I'm out. He goes off and does his thing. The band goes on for a little bit longer, but they break up not long after that. And then they decide to do a comeback tour, and that's 10 years later. And when they do their comeback tour, they do a documentary, and they've had a hell of a time, all of them. They've been like just putting on weight, depressed, suicidal, and they do a documentary which is so well received that then people are like, you should do a comeback tour, and the comeback tour is massive. It's not only a comeback tour. Anyway, I'll shut up, but you should watch it.
We want our audience to see it for themselves, because it's just really sort of heartwarming and cool, like just to see all the growth from these real men was phenomenal. It was really cool.
What are you giving that out of 10, Nadia?
Oh, 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 for sure.
10 for
me. For sure. And look, that's knowing that this is a bit of a yeah, well done. And that's no, I know, of course, this is a PR. It's a PR tactic because they've got some show coming up. So even knowing that it is a PR thing, that they did a really good job at the actual documentary side of things, and they did a really good job. Yeah.
Absolutely. All right. What have you been watching, Nadia? Talk to me.
I've been doing a lot of watching recently, and like we touched on it last episode about Bridgerton. It's one of my favorite shows because they take like 2 years to make each episode, each season. Really? They're based on the books. Not that the books are that popular, but to give you a small synopsis, it's kind of like like a Gossip Girl version of an 18th century 18th century landscape where they've got a gossip columnist and this one particular family of the Bridgertons, and they've got I think it's, I don't know, 7 children. No, 7 children, and each season focuses on one child entering into the marriage market, basically. So it's all about their search for love. But of course, back then there's so much that goes into it, and of course, women are offered up as these pearls of, you know, especially in that aristocratic kind of. Yeah, they're not seen as
people.
They're seen as prizes and they're actually seen as financial kind of it's a contract to be drawn up. It's not about necessarily love, like a love match. It's more about families coming together, or, you know, dynasties, and, you know, like, anyway, so there's a lot that goes into it, and the characters are really fun, and I just get in. I mean, as we all know, with us, I love any kind of period piece. Jane Austen's one of my favorites.
Yeah,
so
the Jane. Yeah.
You know, it's fun for me, and they don't obviously it's all very modern takes, because they have black people as aristocratics, which they don't go on the same line as what would have been. It's a modern take. So and I love the fact that they've taken their own artistic license with it. They made it modern, and it's just really cool to see. And that, yeah. So it is woke, if you will. So I want to know, did you start because you haven't seen it? Did you watch season 1 or season?
So I started watching. No, I haven't. I started at season 1 as per your recommendation.
Yeah.
So I put that on yesterday, and I mean, it looks beautiful. Like I like the dresses and the houses.
It's a bit over the top, but I love it. Yeah,
it's so bright and colourful and happy. And no, I mean, I'm enjoying it. It's just light and sort of funny. And how can we miss very sexy?
Yes. Well,
Isn't
it does get a bit racy, as most people
Yes.
know. But so they're now doing season 4. They've just released it. They've released episode 1 to 4. And that stars Luke Thompson as Benedict Bridgerton. So I really was annoyed by the way his character in the first 3 seasons, only because he was the artist, the free thinker. And I hate the way a lot of people stereotype artists as people who are addicted to sex, alcohol, drugs, which they had done with him. And for me, it's lazy writing.
That sums you up, Nadia.
Well, yeah, exactly. It just annoys me, and I feel like it's just playing into really annoying stereotypes. It's just like that's lazy for me. That really annoyed me about his character. But luckily, yes, he does have the rake title, which is, a man that takes on mistresses and stuff like that. He has that kind of at the beginning of this season, but they don't really ham that up too much. Like he's back in my good books. The writers, I should say, are back in my good books with him. And I've got to say, it's actually my favorite season so far out of all
Really?
of them. Yes, because they do an upstairs. They do an upstairs downstairs vibe with this one. So it's kind of like Downton Abbey. You get a bit of a look into the life of the working class as well as the more privileged first class, which we're in that world in all of the seasons. But this time we actually get more of a look into the other world. I won't give too much away. But and it does have a little bit of quite a big reference to the Cinderella story, but not too much, because a lot of people, when they first see the first 2 episodes, it's like it's pretty much the Cinderella story. But they've just used a bit of that, and now it's sort of veering off into its own story. So I really love this, and I'm really excited to see the next 4 episodes, which is released February 26th, which I can't wait for.
Okay. Well, I can quickly give a recommendation too.
Yeah, I'd love to.
Which is okay. So it's also the first one is Say Nothing, which you can see on Disney. That's quite old. It stars Lola Pettigrew, and Say Nothing is set in Dublin during the Troubles in Ireland, Northern Ireland.
Yeah.
So that goes into a group of IRA people who are in the IRA, and they do bombings, etc. Lola Pettigrew is just so great, and I don't know if you know who she is, but she is just fabulous.
I don't. Okay.
Anyway, and then currently on SBS, you can watch Trespassers, which is also Lola Pettigrew, and it's about a love affair during the Troubles in Northern Ireland. A love affair between Lola Pettigrew.
So what's the genre
of the first one?
What's the genre in general? Is it like of both of them? Are
drama,
they romance or drama?
No. So Say Nothing would be drama and like historical drama, I suppose, but taking you through something that did happen and is like alarming. And then of course the second one, Trespassers, it's somewhat fictional. It's about a love affair between a barrister and a teacher. But it's set in Northern Ireland during the Troubles, and it's got your Protestants and your Catholics coming together. What does that mean? And their relationship unfolds. But when a TV show just really captures a love affair, and they're just so into each other, and it is
palpable.
Yes, like it's yes. Thank you. No, I don't need to say anything else. Yeah, bit of that. So that's Disney and sorry, and I also have to mention that in Trespassers it's also Gillian Anderson. She's in it. She is Lola
we love her.
Pettigrew's mum. We love her. She's Lola, and she's a raging alcoholic, and boy does she play it well.
Okay, I'm definitely looking this up today. I'd love to see that. Couple things that I've seen recently is Queen of Chess, which follows the top ranked female chess player in 1989. Her name was Judith Polgar, and she was 12 at the time of being the top player, and she the female, but she does because there was so much sexism back at the time, so it was
hang on. Where is she from?
She's Hungarian.
Ah, okay, sure. And she's 12 years old, and she's the best chess player.
She's 12 years old. She's the top female chess player, but she does go because she does play against men, and there is this. I don't want to give it away, but she's she wants to win against this one particular world number one player, and it goes into the story about her. But it's sort of, if you enjoyed the Queen's Gambit, I do think that they pulled reference from this particular real life woman, Judith Polgar. So definitely check that out. The other thing I saw was Steel on Prime. If you're into a thriller, that's a little bit it's a lot of action. That's starring Sophie Turner, and that's on Prime. Good. It's good and watchable, but you've got to be in the mood for action. Do you know what I mean? Because it's quite on the hanging on the side of your seat, kind of edge of your seat, whatever that saying is. I mean, do we want to talk about Lucy Letby or what do you reckon? Because you actually saw because there's a new documentary on Netflix, but you actually saw you actually listened to the podcast.
I did. I listened to the podcast, about a year ago, because I reckon she went down about a year ago. Explain what Lucy Letby has been charged with and sent to jail for, Nadia. Well, she's actually She's England's most notorious serial killer.
Baby killer. Oh my god.
Great title. Baby killer.
I don't know. Because you know how documentaries, they tell one side of the story and you're like, oh yeah, she definitely did it. She definitely did. And then they say all of the other things and you're like, oh, I don't know now. I don't know. But the only thing that I kept going back to.
Well, hang on. Quickly explain to the audience what is it? What has she done? What does she do?
She's a nurse. She's a nurse
She's a midwife.
In a big hospital. I don't think she is a midwife, Joan.
Yeah, she is. She's a midwife. She works in the NICU unit. Well, then there's a poor documentary. Because she's a NICU nurse, as in she works in the intensive care unit for babies that are really sick. So you have to be highly trained to be in there, and it's very, very you're one on one. It's like one baby to one nurse. Yeah. Keep going. What does she do?
Well, they kept having these incidences of babies dying within this particular hospital, and they kind of kept putting it down to coincidence at the beginning, but then the cases just kept rising, and the police got involved, and the police were looking at when these deaths of these babies occurred. Only happened on the times where she was on shift. She was the common denominator on all of the babies dying. Then they found all these notes in her room, and they found I don't know. Look, it baffles me, because usually you can see it in someone's face. You can see it in the mushroom murder. I can't remember her name right now. It's not coming.
Erin Patterson.
You can see something that's you got something, but when I look at this woman, I see kindness, which is it's really unnerving. She's got kind eyes. But honestly, it's hard to imagine that a woman that looks so kind, really has kind, compassionate eyes, could kill over 7. But was it over? They charged her with 7 counts of baby killing, and the other one they couldn't land on her, but they were the babies that died. Yeah, it's really sad and sick. And if it is her, God, I don't know. Like, you'd want to plead insanity. Like, honestly, I just don't know with this one. But it's a baffling case, and that one's on Netflix if you want a sort of whodunit style documentary.
Yeah.
Very
Is it
sad
is
case.
it a dramatization, or just they just throw facts?
No. It's a documentary, and they go through her being arrested, and there's some body cam footage of her,
in the police station,
being charged, and that, and also her being collected at home, and her mum crying. It's just a really horrible story. And yeah, but and also the other fact is that when because they had to let it go, that the deaths of be stopped when she left. So I mean that's a big kind of clue. I would say that's probably
or doesn't she go on holiday? She go on holiday to Spain at some point, and it's just like everything, no babies die.
Yeah, no, that wasn't covered in the documentary. But the other thing is, were they covering up that? The other count is that were they covering up some bigger things? Apparently,
like
that
malpractice.
that hospital was really in need of major
understaffed,
upgrades,
overworked,
all of that.
And
were they covering up for their own negligence, and she was just the fall woman, so there's that as well. So by the end of it, you're none the wiser. Well, I wasn't anyway. It's honestly, anyway, she's actually forgot now, because I did say
well,
she's in jail. Okay.
She's in jail.
But I think
so if you want watch that on Netflix, or if you want the podcast that I had listened to, I think, it was Kill a Nurse, the story of Lucy Letby. Yeah.
Okay.
We're ending on a really
the way they
positive point
dramatize
there.
something that's. Yeah, I know we're ending on such a shit one. I probably shouldn't have mentioned it. But Bridgerton, guys, watch Bridgerton. No, all good. Well, we've had fun. We've gotten through a bit of information here. Hopefully you've learned a little bit. You've been inspired to watch men be awesome men when they can be. And that's fun. And hopefully, we'll have some more celebrity goss next time.
And we sure will. It doesn't
party
stop.
Words, Stoney?
No, just have a good one, everyone, and we will see you very soon.
Okay, bye-bye.
Och, that's enough moaning for today, lasses. See you next week.